So class, in today's video, I'm going to be re-ranking every last one of Subaru's deaths in rezero, but this time, with the catch, I'm adding everybody else onto this list. So every relevant character that makes sense for me to rank, I'm going to rank them. Even though majority of them is just going to be Subaru, but nonetheless, we're still going to rank them. And remember, if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel for more anime content. So the way that I'm going to be ranking them, I'm also going to be ranking them exactly how I did in my last video. I'm going to be ranking these deaths based off of just how brutal, how gruesome these deaths were, while also deducting points based off of how avoidable they are. So with how I'm going to be ranking established, let's get into the deaths. So getting into the very first death that we see, which is Old Man Rom. And to be honest with you, I don't even know how the hell this man died. Like, look at him. You could probably say that his throat slit, but at the same time, you can also say that this man probably ate like the one chip challenge and spilled hot sauce on himself. So I probably might go for that, because this man look like he's in disbelief that he even did that shit to himself. C tier. And then getting into our second death, which came from Subaru, I'ma still say this shit to the day I die. You know better not to go into this place by your goddamn self when you actually have somebody who is capable of fighting and being able to use magic, and then you got your ass done up. D tier. And then you got Amelia's dumbass who has the awareness of a goddamn granola bar. You trying to tell me that your ass didn't hear what the hell was going on? This shit happened right by the door and you still decided to push in? D tier as well. Cutting over to the bar fight to where Elsa's in a 1v3 situation, the performance from everybody in a goddamn 1v3 situation was horrendous as hell. But we already talked about their performance way back when we did our Subaru series, so we're not going to be talking about that. Let's get back on track. Rom's death here, we could argue and say that it was kind of brutal because he got stabbed in the throat by a glass cup and got his arm cut off. But let's be for real, you left yourself wide open for that, alright? You wanted her to do that, because what was stopping you from dropping your shoulder and dropping her ass? You feel me? But I'll give you another C tier. And then we got Fel. You had one job. You had the speed to catch her lacking, but you decided to freaking try to like do some spinning around in circle bullshit. You had one job. Speed blitzer. The split second you moved, all you had to do was just stab her. She wouldn't have. Oh my god. And we're looking dumbfounded that she dodged those shit. Talking about, so why didn't that work? Well, if you moved in a straight line, that shit would have worked. D tier. D tier. D tier. No, fuck that. F tier. F tier for fuck up. And then you got my man Subaru. This man had no powers, and he put up his stance, dodged her attack. Dodged her attack, and was the only motherfucker in this room to land a hit on her. That's what I'm talking about! Now, it didn't do shit, but he still landed a singular hit. But sadly, that wasn't a frame-perfect dodge. Instead of her cutting this man in half, she ended up digging in this man's guts. All Diddy. S tier. Now cutting to Subaru's next life to where these robbers are robbing him for sour cream and onion Lay's chips. He ends up getting stabbed in his back and just left there for some goddamn chips. Now I ain't finna lie, he could have got up and walked this off and used the cup noodles as a med kit. D tier. We already know the hell I'm ranking this shit. And now we're getting into the death to where we actually see what happens when he gets bitten by the super rabies. And I will say that this is actually pretty brutal. I will go as far as to say that I actually kind of felt bad for him when I very first saw this scene. Up until the point to where we learned that this man only got this shit because he was petting random ass dogs.
Stop touching niggas with your hand!
But what saves this scene from me giving it a low ass ranking is the GOAT herself putting this man out of his misery. A tier. And then we get the death to where they actually meet face to face, and Subaru's over here sounding like Curse the Cowardly Dog and not answering their goddamn questions. Like, to be for real, if he would have just answered their questions truthfully, he probably would have got out of this alive, but he was just procrastinating and wasting their time. So of course Rom is going to just cross-map this man. A tier. This is going to pain me to say, but I'm gonna have to give you F tier because this death is actually kind of some booty. And then cutting to where Subaru hits the Kratos jump off the mountain. The form was good. He landed head first. A tier, A tier. And then we cut to where Subaru's walking in the village. And to be honest, I kind of contemplated on adding the villagers onto this list. But at the same time, that's too much work for me in editing. So we're just gonna go ahead and just skip to where he sees Rem's death. And the way that she died, You know, she was fighting for her life. You can see that she took out a couple of people. I'll give her a B tier on this one, a B tier. And then when Subaru went inside the mansion and we see Rom and Petra's death, Rom gets plus 500 points for aura points because you know that she was protecting Petra. But all in all, I don't even know how the hell they died. Like Rom, we can probably make like a whole theory. Maybe she like, you know, exhausted her mana and then that's how she died. Because we know like, you know, when she uses too much mana, her horn starts to like bleed and shit. But I do not know how the hell Petra died here. But because Subaru found both of their bodies together, I'm gonna rank them together. And I will give both of them, I'll give this one a good A tier. Only because Rom is an OG and she was protecting Petra. Like the goat she is. And then we get Subaru getting frozen by a door. You're trying to tell me that bro's not even door level? C tier. And then cut into when Rim was inside the cave trying to clutch up for the squad, and low-key, she could have done it. She could have actually won this entire game, but she lost focus because she saw Subaru and then she got done up. S tier. And then we see Rom being a goat she is, taking out more witch cult members and then leaning up against the wall to die. You know she hit like that video game type of death where she walked up against the wall, slid down, looked at the mansion, and then died. Plus 500 more points for Rom. S tier. And then Subaru gets frozen again. D tier. Now, I was contemplating trying to see if I even wanted to count this person because, yeah, she jumped out of the cart, but we don't actually see her die. And then it cuts to Subaru just team killing Amelia for no reason whatsoever, looking like my Rainbow Six randoms. C tier. Oh my god, we have so many deaths to get through. Yo, play my speedrunning music. So when Amelia got team killed, we already know that Puck comes out because he's on timing, starts freezing everybody. Then we get our very first villain onto the list, which is Pedal, which he gets frozen by Puck. Nothing real crazy. C tier. And immediately right after, Subaru gets frozen again. I'm giving this another C tier because goddamn, I'm sick and tired of seeing people get frozen. Now, thank God, during the White Whale fight, nobody notably died. So we get to actually skip this one. Cut into Pedal Gears getting cut in half by Wilhelm. I will say that this death isn't really that crazy because look at damn near every other death that we've seen. So I'm gonna have to give this shit a D tier. Same thing for female Pedal Gears also because shit, she got the same death that regular Pedal Gears had. Now, cutting to the third female Pedal Gears to where Subaru led her ass into the forest and then she got blitzed by damn near all these dogs. I'm gonna give this one a B tier because this shit actually made me laugh. Let's see. Subaru suffering? Felix on screen? Random nobody? A tier, A tier. And then our final death of season 1 comes from Pedal Gears again. And this time, I might give him a higher grade because getting run over or getting pulled into the tires is actually kind of brutal. But it was also at the same time unavoidable. But it's whatever, he was crashing out. I'll give him an A tier on this death. And with us finally being done with season 1, now we can move on to season 2. And starting off season 2, we're actually kind of starting off a bit boring because all this man does is just stab himself in his neck. Starting off season 2 with a crisp C tier. Moving along to where Subaru was inside the mansion by himself and he's running in the hallways. We already know the rules that school has told us. Never run into the hallways because something like this will happen. And so with Elsa digging in Subaru's guts again, I do not know what his deal is with that, bro. You got something to tell us, Subaru? I'm gonna give this a good A tier because his guts are hanging out. What can I say? Like, yeah, I could have said that this was like, you know, unavoidable, but at the same time, not really. He could have like Navy SEAL cleared every single room, but he still would have got done up. He has no powers. Cutting to where Subaru decided to go back to the mansion again to try to get the run back. The only death that I can truly count is Petra because we actually see her body underneath the rubble. I can't count like Rom's or Frederica's death because nobody no killed. They probably survived and got out. Who knows? But for Petra, I will give her a solid A tier because this is actually kind of brutal, especially on the side of Subaru, because this man was literally just carrying around her dismembered arm. Cutting to where he enters inside Beatrice's library, this man gets tag teamed by Beatrice and Elsa to finish the job. I'm gonna have to give this a good C tier. Cutting to where Garfield, my fault, Gorgeous Tiger was going on a rampage inside the forest and he kills the hat guy. I'm gonna have to give this shit a D tier because like, come on, bro. This shit ain't even that crazy for real. I'ma just slide this here and we're gonna be moving on. And to second that, I'm just gonna slide this here because you fumbled. Why wouldn't you choose Satella? She been keeping your ass alive this entire time, you ungrateful motherfucker. In the last 3 deaths to conclude season 2, which is Rom and Gorgeous Tiger getting shish kebab, I'ma give this a good A tier because Roswell absolutely kicked the shit out of him. And then Subaru bleeding out on Amelia, quote unquote. F tier. So with all the deaths from season 2, I hope I didn't miss any. Now we can move on to season 3. And I'm just gonna cut to the chase because this video is getting way longer than I want it to be. I'm gonna be grouping the first 2 Subaru deaths when he died to Sirius, and I'm gonna give both of them S tier because they are all brutal. The one to where Reinhardt absolutely just one-taps the entire city when he cut Sirius in half, I'm gonna give that one a good B tier. And Regulus, I'm gonna give this a good C tier because the man just drowned. What, you're not even water level? And I was going to go over season 4, but I realized as of me recording, season 4 isn't even done yet. But we can go over the cave scene because I was gonna give that shit S tier regardless. This was absolutely horrendous. This was crazy what went down in that cave. And with that was my entire ranking of every single death in ReZero. Now, if you guys agree with me, make sure you leave your thoughts in the comments down below. If you guys disagree with me and you have your own different types of rankings, also put that down in the comments down below. I want to see your guys' rankings. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel for more anime content. And remember, class, we do have a community Discord that we're trying to make more active. If you guys want to join, the link's always in the description. But with that being said, there's no bell for today. Pack your bags, class dismissed.